Hey, we're back together again. What I wanted to remind you, and let me put my microphone back on. Let me remind you about what we're doing together. It is week 12. And we're hopefully gonna just make this work out better because this is just not working good. There, maybe we can edit this out. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? We're a little crazy. So we're just gonna have to make this work a little better because my camera is crazy today. Okay, well, hey, welcome back to the 12-week year. What we are going to talk about today is when things get tough and it's still not working. So let me find something to clip our thing with, because that seems silly, silly to have this be such a hurdle when it doesn't need to be. Because we don't need to have crooked shit. Okay. Welcome to technology in my life. Okay. We're straight. All right. We're going to just start over again. Welcome to the 12-week year accountability group. And today is a special session for you just in case you're stuck. If you are getting stuck in the 12-week year, you're starting to lose steam, usually happens around week 9 of the 12-week year, is that people start to stumble. I call it the foggy bottom. And what I mean by that is you just start to feel a little bit saddled, a little challenged, a little stationary. And one of the things I'll tell you right away of how do you get through the foggy bottom of I'm running out of steam on all the stuff I picked, is that you just need one good week, pow, and you'll be back on track. So if you are feeling that you just are stationary, it's not moving, I'm not really interested in it, or that you're not getting enough support during the week, this is the foggy bottom of the 12-week year. So really think about how to get grounded. And I think sometimes people mistake the foggy bottom of I'm running out of steam and I just can't do it for the fact that they are actually readjusting, that you are starting to notice, for those of you who went back and really focused on goals that were foundational, by week 9, you realize how much other stuff actually needs to get done. And you really start to kind of penetratively know that the way that you're running your life is not it's not working. It's not working. And you don't know what to do next. So when I think about people who are doing this process and they really run out of steam and they just can't finish it, first of all, it's really normal for people around week 10 to start getting like they're losing their focus on it. That's why 12 weeks is enough. But again, sometimes it's that people are really looking at that they're seeing that the way that they have as just habits, things that they had done, that the way that they had lived their life, it's not, it can only grow so big in that old pattern that it's really clear. And you'll feel that by that fogginess. It's really clear that in order for you to up level, you have to go back in and change your habits. And you have to go back and readdress some of the things in your life that are constantly at odds with your ability to move forward. So if you're feeling detained or challenged or stationary, it's time to do some assembly. And that assembly is that you need one good week of focus will oftentimes get you back on track. And, it will kind of pierce the veil of what's there. It's also the week that, again, if you're starting to feel stationary and you're tired and you just are like, I'm failing at this, it's not working, is to really look at the habits that you're clinging to, because you can't move forward and keep your old habits. You can't, if you're trying to change your life, whoops, hold on, something's buzzing here. If you're trying to change your life, and you're doing the things that are getting forward, as soon as you start making forward momentum and your old life is still like here and you're starting to make progress, it will bump up against that and it'll push against you. And if you don't have your systems all built up for you to be able to expand, it will feel very much like it's confining you. So what you want to be able to do is, if you're starting to hit that foggy bottom and you are noticing that you are starting to up level, but you don't have any way to manage that, that's actually the homework that you're supposed to do, is to look at what is impeding your ability to grow. For those of you who are working on financial processes, you really want to be focused in on making sure that your tactics are activities that lead to predictable income. For those of you who are doing health tasks, make sure you've outlined your health tasks and kept track of how many times you're doing them. It's a predictable pattern. We are all trying to build predictable patterns that lead us to the why statements of our lives, right? Why do we want to have something better? Why do I want to have better? Why do I want to have better health? Why do I want to have better relationships? Why do I want to have more income? Why do I want to do these things? You have to know the why, because otherwise you'll sabotage out. For those of you who are great at self-sabotage, in this group, you will really get, it'll highlight, because you'll see some people really achieving, and then you'll start to kind of hide out. This is when we see people who feel like they're not moving fast enough start to duck out of class. That they don't want to come in without saying, I've done something positive. But everyone has a bad week. That's the thing that no one tells you about the 12-week year, is that everyone has a bad week. Everyone has a week that's interrupted. Everyone has a real life. And because you're in our group, the other part to that is that who's in this group? People who are highly productive people, people that are achieving great things. And so if you weren't in the mood for it and you just did it, it will become evident. And so in the foggy bottom time, one, be generous to yourself, be kind, but also be very stern. You need to look at what is going on if you're going to actually grow. And if you have done the tactics every single week that gave you the predictable pattern, and that pattern is now exhausting, it's not the right pattern. Or if that pattern has now made it so that you are jammed up against a wall, it means you don't have the other resources built yet to help you succeed. So you're going to just get grounded this week. Sometimes feeling stuck is actually a need to get clear. So use your 3-hour time to start asking yourself some questions. Use your 3-hour time to work through the things that you may need to have around you to expand. Start asking better questions of yourself. And again, this is the time that you will pierce that veil. And that veil is, what are the old habits that you have constantly running into that preoccupy your time and make it so that you don't achieve. And that's the real goal. So you only need 1 week of great work to kind of move through it. So I'm wishing you good luck. I'm wishing you good luck. Stay in the group, hang out with us. That's what makes it work. So if you are feeling in the foggy bottoms, don't worry. The rest of us have been there. All right. Have a great time. I will see you in class. Bye.